So as an acupuncturist, I call it in my practice law of cure,
Okay.
where things get worse before they get better. And I explain it kind of similarly, like it's not anything new. It's just coming up so that you can see it, so that you can release it. Same kind of thing.
Yes.
So it's like if you really want to do the work, if you really want to grow and become the best version of you, you're going to have to do this.
Yeah.
It's not always rainbows and butterflies. But also, even the work isn't that bad. Like, it's not that bad. It's temporary.
Yeah.
And again, you empower yourself by, you know, the free will aspect of pushing it out or saying no or whatever.
Yeah.
I have plenty of examples myself.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I experienced detox, I was doing a lot of low self-worth work with you. And I think I was maybe even doing just the GFCs at that time, like the free podcast ones. And not just, they're very powerful, clearly. And so I was getting, like the next day I was getting all these voices in my head of my own of like, you're worthless, you should die, like all these really, really intense, just like I used to when I was way younger. I went through some dark times. And so it was like all that old stuff coming up. And I remember texting you like, I don't know what's going on. I think I need another session or something. Like, help me. What is this? Am I crazy? You know? I remember that text, and you were like, do the confirm the removal. You got this. This is old stuff coming up. And I was like, oh, okay. And that was really what started it. And I've been doing this work for, I'm in my second year now, I believe, which feels like 20. And I will say the detox does lessen.
Yes.
It gets lighter, or it's almost like it's, for me, it maybe will be just like a couple hours. Right? And then I can see it way quicker and get rid of it way quicker.
Yeah, totally.
So I've used the GFC, confirm the removal. I've also done it just myself. I've used both tools. And I think it's really important to witness yourself as the observer. Because of course our distortion patterns feel real, like you were saying. It feels like that's the reality. And there's no other way, or there's no way out, or whatever. So finding that distance, I'm smiling because it's very empowering.
Oh, totally.
To maybe for the first time ever be like, wait a minute, that's not true.
Exactly.
Bye.
And
then you don't see it again.
Yeah.
Like some of them I don't ever see again ever.
And you kind of forget that's who you used to be. And okay, so a couple of things there. So part of the natural consequence of releasing your distortions is that your frequency resonance rises. As your frequency resonance rises, what that allows you to do is to be able to associate away from your ego mind. So your mind, the thing that you think is you, right? So all the critic stuff, the low self-worth, all that negative self-talk that we think is very real. When your frequency resonance starts to rise, you start to associate with your, what I call the big S self, right? The self associated with spirit. It gives you distance to be able to observe the small S self of the mind and realize that's not really who I am. I mean, it's part of who I am, but it's not the entirety of me.